Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here, and we have a buyer class happening this Saturday. Just a quick reminder, so you can sign up just over there. We talk about all kinds of great stuff. We talk about how to buy a home with zero down, what to look for at a home inspection, how to guarantee that your agent is actually looking after your best interests. We break down all the hidden costs, all the closing costs. We talk about how to get free money from the government to buy your first home. And so there's a lot of great information there. And so just sign up off to the side. Saturday, 10 o'clock is when we start. So let's get to today's list. The first one up, 1380 Costigan number 42. And there's really no precedent for these. They're kind of brand new. And they have interesting designs. I looked at the floor plans and I looked at the site layout. I don't know if I'm the hugest fan of this one, but it's 324.9, so it's sort of hovering around the level of like the Mattamy 3-story, maybe a small townhouse. Now, what they have is a maintenance fee of $120 a month, which really doesn't include much. It's like building insurance, common elements, and I don't know how many common elements are there. So $120 right now, a mortgage for $10,000 to borrow $10,000 of money, it's about $40 to $50 a month. So you can basically tack on, the way I see it is if you're going to pay $120 a month, you can tack on about $25,000 to this price. So at $324.9, you're actually looking at closer to $350 in terms of what you'd be carrying. So you just want to take that into consideration. Say if there was a home that had zero condo fees and it was at $350 and I liked it better, it's actually going to cost about the same price. Now, this one may be on assignment. So with condos, what happens is as soon as it's ready for occupancy, they make you move in, and then you've got to pay an occupancy fee, which covers a few different costs. It covers the expected maintenance fees, the builder's interest on the loan, that kind of stuff. So you're basically renting the home until it gets registered and until it closes. I believe that's what's happening with this one. It's another reason why I can't stand new construction from the builders, especially condos. So 251 Prosser's the next one up, 337,888. And we don't have a lot of information on this one besides the fact that it's one of the 3-story with a single car garage, and it's the corner unit, so it has a wraparound balcony. The thing that I like about this one is it looks like the balcony overlooks the park, and that's always a good thing. Granite counters also looks good, hardwood floor on the main level. All that stuff leads this one to I think, a very good conclusion. So wait for the photos. I think it's going to be a good listing. Cargill Path is at 370. It's an Emery model. It's 1370 square feet. Decent looking kitchen. Not a lot of upgrading in terms of floors. They've done the hardwood stairs. It's a little plain inside, but I mean, these models typically are selling around here. Might be a little bit on the high side of fair, but I think that it's pretty close to where they need to be. So Fitzgerald Crescent, 429, looks like an 1,800 square foot semi-detached with a finished basement. And whenever you have the corner, what typically happens is there's the entrance in the middle of the house right here, and then you've got on this side, that's the garage side, so typically there's kind of a living dining room, and then you've got your kitchen and family room on this side. So that's what you're getting there. So it looks like you've got the room here, plus your kitchen, and then it doesn't show the family room, but there's your master bedroom. And the finished basement definitely adds value. That, I believe, is the beer store. So that's something that you definitely want to pay attention to, is where exactly on Fitzgerald are you. It may not be the best location. You've got like commercial lighting and stuff like that. So definitely pay attention to this one. 429, just be very careful with where it is. Sievert or Sever or whatever you want to call it, 479. It's a Plan 2 from Mattamy, 1780 square feet. Not a lot of space in the entrance, and I've talked about this before. 36-foot lot. You've got a double car garage, which is 20 feet. Couple feet on either side, so you don't have much in this front hallway here. So you're coming through and you've got your closet, you've got the entry from the garage here, maybe a powder room or something like that, but there's really not a lot of space. That's your main floor right there. So you've got your kitchen with a big eat-in area, and then you also have a family room. So if you don't need the formal dining room, this could be a good home for you. And the double garage at this price range, I think, is definitely a good option. There's a family room upstairs, which I suppose in a pinch someone could turn into a 4th bedroom. And then you also have 3 other bedrooms there. glass showers, a nice little cherry on top when we're talking about the upstairs. So overall, I like this one. I like the price. The sellers are acting as their own listing agent, and Tyrone is the next one up at $498. And so I can't remember the model name for this one. It's basically just one big room plus a kitchen off to the side. The hardwood looks good. They've done the hardwood stairs. But you got to put those appliances in. You got to put air conditioning, window coverings, fencing, all those costs that add up to probably at least $10,000. So if you're comparing apples to apples, and other models like this one are selling definitely around this price, you just want to make sure that you're buffering yourself enough so you know you can pay for some of the other stuff. And if you're comparing to something that has all that, really start to fight these guys down, because it's not fair that you're paying the same price as someone who got all the other stuff included. Nice elevation on the outside. The stone and the brick is nice. It looks like there's a little bit of stucco there. They're priced pretty well. Overall, I think they're going to do quite well. Duncan Lane is at $520, and some people look at this and say, it's vinyl siding, but that, I believe, from my understanding, I haven't dealt with Heathwood a lot directly, but from what I've been told, that is a concrete board. It's not vinyl siding. It actually looks kind of neat from the street. It says 2,300 square feet. Plus, you also have a finished basement. Now, it says 2,300 of total living space, which usually means the basement, that then in the description it says plus finished basement. So I think it's 23 plus whatever's down there. Nice light fixture, great photos on this one here, and big thick slabs of granite. It's very well done. Homes like this, aside from this room that doesn't really have a purpose, yeah, they always do well. The fact that it's on a big lot. Now, at $520, you can buy a Seabird for $40,000 less than this one with a double garage. Now, it's a little bit smaller, but a semi at $520, I mean, if you over-improve something too much, we talked about this with the 3-story townhomes yesterday, you could be in real hot water. So I don't know. It's certainly going to be comparing with almost exclusively detached over 500, and for the most part, all double car garages. Be one to watch. It's an interesting one. The person who buys this home is really going to value space more than having that double car garage, double wide driveway. Tyrone Crescent, $529, and this is a great example right here. 2,300 square feet. There's no finished basement, but it's got that double garage. It's not as upgraded inside, obviously, but it is a good floor plan. No appliances. So same thing I talked about with the Tyrone listing there, is you're going to have to put some money into this one to just finish it off. Overall, it does compare pretty well if you assume that everything else is included with some of the other listings for that model that have sold. And Marshall's at $599. They were up in the sixes, I think as high as $619. It's 2,600 square feet. It's really, really close to the new high school, the Craig Kilberger. And it's a Lyndhurst, so it's about 2,600 square feet. And the backyard, you've got a nice little deck here. The gazebo really gives you a bit of privacy. There's good lookout windows from the basement. I really like the colors in this one. I think that it shows, actually I thought it showed very well when I showed it. Front living, dining, kitchen, and then the family room. You've got some pot lights in there. You've got this nice stonework around the fireplace. It just really warms it up a lot. And there's 9-foot ceilings. And there's also a little nook up here where you can actually put a desk, which is nice, so you're not crowding a bedroom possibly for an office, and you've got a nice big window there. So 4 bedrooms upstairs plus a laundry. They're all good sized rooms. It's a good listing to me. I really don't see a lot wrong with it. I was surprised to see it actually didn't sell when it was listed a little bit higher. Minto Crescent, $839. We're talking about the bigger pie-shaped lot. And a little bit deeper too. We talked about the one yesterday on London that wasn't as deep. This one here has a ton of upgrades, big thick moldings, pot lights everywhere you see. It almost looks like sort of, you know, specks of dust. There's so many of them. Yeah, I mean, the kitchen's gorgeous. It seems to be the formula for getting over 800,000, according to what we've been seeing. You either have the triple car garage, or if you're a double car garage, what it seems is that you need some kind of lot premium, so pie-shaped or backing onto green space. You need well in excess of 3,000 square feet, and usually a finished basement on top. So someone may walk in and love this one, in 839 we're seeing more listings up in the eights. It would be good if this one had a little bit more happening down in the basement, but I do like the listing, and there's a chance these guys might do really, really well. So that's the list for today. If you have any questions, give us a call, send us an email, and definitely come to the buyer class if you haven't come. We've had probably close to 460 people graduate from the class. We've been doing it for about 4 years now, and it is a great opportunity. You're going to leave better than how you walked in, which is always a beautiful thing. Have a great day.